In this video, we will learn how you can automatically add Google Form responses as contact in GetResponse. Now, let's say you want every time a new response is received in Google Forms, a contact should be added in GetResponse. So, we are going to automate this entire process using Pabbly Connect. Come to my screen to see how we do this. To automatically create a contact in GetResponse on Google Form submission, let us first go to Pabbly's website. You can see the landing page of Pabbly. On the top right, you can see two options, sign in and sign up free. Well, if you sign up free, you will get free tasks every month. So do not forget to sign up. Since we already have an account, we will just sign in. Pabbly Connect. On the top right, you will see a create workflow button. It will ask you to name. We will simply write Google Forms to GetResponse. Create. Now it will show you two windows, trigger and action. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. So our entire automation process would be based on these two steps, trigger and action. Let us understand this with the help of an example. A trigger can be when a payment is received, an action can be send a confirmation message to the user. In our case, a trigger can be when a new response is received via Google Forms. The action can be create a contact in GetResponse. So let us begin and select Google Forms as our trigger application. For the trigger event, we will need new response received. So now you will see it has generated a webhook URL. A webhook URL is basically a link that connects two applications. So now let us just copy this. And you can follow these instructions as to how you will have to use this link. So I will take you to my Google form. You can see this is the form that I've created. These are the name, email, gender, city. These are the details that I will need. Right next on the top you will see next to questions button you will see response. We will click there and we will click on create spreadsheet. Yes, I want to create a new spreadsheet. Let us select. And you will see this with the name contact details responses. This spreadsheet has been created and we have exactly same fields like name, email, gender, city that we had in our Google form. You can see these same fields over here. So coming back to our Google sheet, you will see on the top extensions button. Click there. Now go to Pabbly Connect webhooks. Click on initial setup. So now it needs a webhook URL. So remember the one that we copied, this one, yes. So we are going to paste it here. Now for the trigger column, in our case it's going to be column E, the last column. So what will happen is the moment the detail gets entered in column E, that is the trigger column, Pabbly will be capturing the detail of the entire row. So now let us just submit and you will see it is configured successfully. All right, I'll close this and again I will go to extensions on the top like we did earlier, come down to Pabbly Connect webhooks, but this time instead of initial setup we will go to send on event. So what will happen is now every time a new row gets added in this Google sheet, Pabbly will continue to capture the response. Okay, coming back to Pabbly Connect, you will see here it is waiting for a webhook response. So now we will have to quickly go to our Google Forms and do a test submission. So this is a form. I will just preview it and let us fill it for testing purpose. So you will see I filled in these dummy details, the name, demo dummy, the email address, gender and city. And since this is just for testing purpose, I have given such name. Okay, so now let us just submit the form. Okay. And now coming back to Pabbly, you will see it's going to capture the response like this. You will see the name of the person, the email address, the gender and city, which is Mumbai, and other details. So this means we have successfully connected Google Forms with Pabbly. Now on to our action step. So let us select GetResponse as our action application. For the action event, we are going to select create contact, because we want every time a new response is received here in Google Forms, a contact should be created in GetResponse. Let us connect. Add new connection, and you will see it needs an API key here. In the help text, you can see you can find your API key from here. So let us open this link in a new tab. Okay, it's loading. And you will see I already have 2 APIs created. Now we will generate a new one. So I'll click on generate API key. So now it needs the name for it. You can name your key to help you identify it. I'm just going to write testing, generate, and you will see our new API key has been generated. Let us copy this, come back to Pabbly and paste the key. Save. And you will see it's connected here. In the campaign, you can select. I have one campaign, so I've selected here. Now we need few details like name. So let us take from Google Forms. You can see the name here. But before we map in this name here from Google Forms, you must be thinking where exactly are we getting these details from. So for that, I will take you to step 1, where we integrated Google Forms with Pabbly, did a test submission, and Pabbly captured this response, that is the name, demo dummy, email address, and other details. So Pabbly brought exactly same details over here. So for that, we can easily map. So we are going to take the name, that is demo dummy. Again, we'll go to Google Forms to map in email. We are going to take email. IP address, it's not a required field like name and email, so I'm going to leave it empty. So now you will see we need tag ID and it's a required field. So I have created 4 tag IDs in my GetResponse account. So I'm going to just click on the drop down and select via Google Form, because I want every time a response is coming from Google Form, the contact and get response should be created under this tag via Google Form tag. Therefore, I've selected this. In case you already haven't created a tag, so what you can do is you can just add a step in between here, get response, and there in the action event, you will simply select create tag. It will generate you the tag ID. You can read the instructions here for further details. All right. Now let us go to our next step, that is city. So we need city. Let's see if there is city in our form submission. Yes, there is. So again, let us map it from here. Now comment, company, these I'm going to leave blank in case you want to give. You can. Now come to gender. Google Forms. Again, we'll go to here and select the gender. Now these are again not required fields. So I'm going to leave them empty. Now let me just click on save and send test request. And you will see we have received this response here. Now let us go to our get response and see if the contact was created there. And yes, let me click on show all contacts. So these were my earlier contacts, and you can see the contact has been created successfully with this name demo dummy. You can see here the email address. If we click on that, you will see further details like the gender details, the city that they belong to, the city is here. And if you will scroll down, you will also see the tag here. The tag, remember, we selected this via Google Form, and other details if you have given. Just one more thing I would like to tell you. Remember the fields that we have mapped in, that is gender, city, here if you will come, email, name. So the best part about mapping is these mapped in fields from next time will automatically be updated. So what will happen is next time whenever you receive a new response in Google Forms, so these mapped in fields here like name, email, city, gender. So these mapped in fields next time will automatically pick the new details, will automatically be updated, and you will not have to do it manually. That's how we integrated GetResponse and Google Forms using Pabbly Connect. I hope this video was helpful for you. For more such videos, you can subscribe to our channel on YouTube. For further queries, you can visit forum.pabbly.com, and you can also check our pricing details at www.pabbly.com.